So in case you haven't noticed, Lenovo is really pushing out tablets here lately. And this time we're going to take a look at the Yoga Tab 11. Now specs wise, it's going to be very similar to the Tab P11 Plus that I also did a video on recently. But if you're not familiar with their Yoga series, I'm really liking what they do with these. It's got quad JBL speakers, and they take the speakers that are normally on the side and they put it down in the bottom. It also works with the Lenovo Precision Pen too. I did a video on their Yoga Smart Tab with Google Assistant, and I gotta say, that's definitely one of my favorite tablets. It's got a MediaTek Helio G90T processor, Android 11, 11-inch 2K IPS display, 400 nits, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage. It also comes with Bluetooth 5.0. Both the front and rear facing cameras are 8 megapixels each. This also has a 7500 milliamp hour battery. They do include a 20 watt fast charging brick, and this version I've got here is right at $320 in the United States. But I'll leave a link in the description of the video with current pricing and more information, because you never know when it's going to go on sale. Okay, so yeah, it's got a little bit of extra weight because of the bottom there. There are two versions of this tablet. One of them takes just a micro SD card, and the other one takes a SIM card and micro SD card. Wow, this actually looks really nice. Super heavy duty hinge here as well. They even have this little gripper pad thing on here, so it's not moving around. That's a nice touch. Nice fabric material here on the back. So it looks like they do the speakers a little bit different on this one versus the Smart Tab that I reviewed. You've got your charging port right there on the cylinder, power, volume, SIM card or micro SD card tray, and then you've got one speaker on each side of the device. Selfie camera there in the center, and then you can see here along that cylinder on the bottom is your other two speakers. I gotta say, as far as build quality goes, if there's one company that could compete with Samsung, it would definitely be Lenovo. Once setting up the tablet, you're gonna get face recognition, pattern pin, and password. I gotta say, the new Lenovo tablets, they're definitely doing a better job with choosing their wallpaper. These definitely make the screens look a lot better, definitely gives it a little more pop. So when it comes to the angle that you can put this tablet at, pretty much right at this angle is about the max before it sort of tips over. Looks like it's using about 15 gigabytes of the 128 gigabyte storage right out of the box, so not too bad. If you don't like gesture navigation, it does let you switch back to 3-button navigation. Now this is on Android 11. Looks like we got an update to do here real quick. Here's a quick size comparison next to the Yoga Smart Tab. Because of the different speaker setup, you can see it is about the same height. You can see you're gonna get a little bit bigger screen at 11-inch versus 10.1. And then you can see it's a little bit wider as well. Here's the old style kickstand, which I still kind of like. I mean, I'm not sure why they changed it, but I guess it does give you a little bit better viewing angles now. Software wise, you're gonna get the entertainment space when you swipe left to the home screen, which I gotta say is actually a pretty good idea, how they just group all of your favorite stuff all in one place. And then obviously swipe up and you're gonna get access to all of your apps. Pretty standard stuff here for Android. Everything looks pretty nice and clean here. Up in the notification shade, you're gonna get Dolby Atmos, airplane mode, notification free mode. You've also got battery saver, screenshot, screen record, hotspot, location. You also have dark theme, eye protection mode, auto brightness, ring, nearby share, auto rotate, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi. One other feature that's probably gonna come in handy with this type of tablet is gonna be productivity mode. You can hook up any Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, and it's just gonna make it feel a little more like a laptop. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out these speakers. Okay, so yeah, definitely sounds better when it's standing up versus laying down. It's almost like it's reflecting off the table, which is good because I'll probably be using this when it's standing up most of the time anyways. For some reason, when it was at max volume, I don't know, it did feel like it was just a little bit distorted, but overall it's really nice and loud. I think most people are gonna be happy with the way this sounds. Pretty decent shutter speed on here. In the camera app, it's pretty simple. You just got video, photo, and portrait, 1080p resolution for video on the front and rear facing cameras. I'll go ahead and show you a few samples of photos and video just to give you an idea of what to expect. Okay, so yeah, it didn't take very long to realize cameras on this tablet are not very good, especially in lower light situations. Just like what I say in most of my other tablet videos, if you want to use something like this for Zoom meetings, I would just use your cell phone. It's gonna look a lot better. Well, unless you don't want people to see like all the details in your messy room or something, then sure, this might be okay. And that goes for photo and video. Neither one is really that great on here. So hopefully you weren't expecting really good cameras on here, because unfortunately they're just not that good. So like I said earlier, this tablet's going to be very comparable to the Tab P11 Plus or even the regular Tab P11. It definitely feels like a nice upgrade over the Yoga Smart Tab. It does feel like the speakers are definitely louder on this one, and it does feel like you get a little more oomph as far as speakers go versus what you're going to get on the Tab P11 Plus. I feel like this does a pretty decent job at gaming as well. You're going to get HD graphics with high frame rates on games like PUBG Mobile. Asphalt 9 played pretty smooth on here as well. To me, the performance with gaming and just moving around the software in general feels like it's pretty good with this tablet. For me, I might even get this tablet over the regular Tab P11 Plus just because of that built-in kickstand and the louder speakers. But again, that's going to come down to personal preference. I know everyone's going to be a little bit different when it comes to that, because if you're going to use this for gaming, it's going to be a little more awkward to handle. You sort of have to turn it upside down, and then you got a little bit of weight. It's a little top heavy because of the speaker area. And yeah, Geekbench scores on this are going to be basically identical to the Tab P11 Plus. Now, while the speakers are better than, say, the Tab P11 Plus, I don't know, they don't really seem like they're better than the older Yoga Smart Tab. I don't know, it might be pretty close. The other downside to this tablet is you don't get a headphone jack. Definitely one of the best features of this tablet is going to be the new hinge. That's basically a built-in kickstand. It just gives you a lot of different angles to choose from. Overall, really nice job by Lenovo. I just hope that they keep up with their software updates, because this seems like they've got a lot of tablets out right now and more coming in the near future. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.